Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Quest in Lorien. I am the Paladin Bell, and we will be continuing off where continuing on where we left off the last time we played this particular game about a month ago. We will be continuing from kind of the stopping point where we had stopped last time. Now, as you'll notice, there is one less player at this particular session, and that is because one of our players, Mauve Dusk, has had to drop out for personal reasons. They are wonderful, and we would hope to see them back at some point, but we never. It might not happen. It might happen. You never know. They are an absolute treasure and a treat. Oh, wonderful! I'm really quiet. Fantastic. Thank you for letting me know that. Let me see if I can. Does that help at all? Did that help? That help the quality at all with the sound for how quiet I am? Let me see what I can do about that. Actually, system sound. Boop. All right. Is that better? Okay. So that's better. Wonderful. All right. So, as I said, we have one less player, but we still have our returning cast, and we'll kind of have them introduce themselves when I go on back over to the Discord. But I just want everyone to know that very seldom, really, will we be paying attention to Twitch chat. One of our players is nonverbal this evening, so I will be reading out Rue's kind of decisions and things as they make themselves known, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go on over, and we're gonna have the players introduce themselves and their characters, just kind of as a refresher, since it has been about a month since we played. Okay, so hello everybody. Oh no, of course there's going to be a Nintendo Switch ad on my copyright-free music. Hi everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
So I would like each of you to, Rue also says hello, chat. I would like each of you
To be specific, Rue says hello.
yes, absolutely they do. So if you guys wouldn't mind, we're gonna go ahead and go, and introduce you guys. What I want you to do is introduce yourself and who you're playing this evening, because it has been a hot minute since we played last. Do y'all want to play a quick game of Not It to see who's going first?
Not it.
Got it.
Not it. I ran back from getting a snack just to
I feel
yell
like that's
not.
unfair to the nonverbal person.
No, I will introduce Rue. I will introduce Rue. This is VT Ruger, leader of Space Gang, and Rue, can you just remind me of what your character's name is, if you don't mind? Rue is playing Gavin Roseblood, I believe, human fighter. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Cool. Anything else you would like me to say on your behalf, Rue? Yes. Your character was an Arnorian guardian, a defender of the border between Arnor and Angmar. You were sent to the Lady Galadriel as a representative of your kingdom, and to inform of an incoming attack by the forces of the Witch King. Yeah. So that's your backstory.
I won the game of Not It. I don't have to go next.
No, you don't have to go next.
You need a
I
volunteer.
believe we tied.
Yes, I do need a volunteer, please.
All right, I'll go.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I am playing in the Underhill, the I believe Hobbit rogue.
Yep, you are playing a Hobbit rogue.
And my backstory is that Gandalf gave me weed.
It was actually Radagast.
I remember that from last time.
It was Radagast.
Gave me weed.
Yeah, Radagast was like, "Hey, you're coming with us," and kind of adopted you.
I thought I got something from Gandalf.
I'm not. I believe it was Radagast. I'd have to go back through our notes and back through last session because you might have gotten something during the session last session from Gandalf. That is a perfect segue for me to actually plug my YouTube channel. If anybody wants to go back and watch the VODs, they're on my YouTube channel.
Beat you to it. I beat you to it.
That you did. You did beat me to it.
I think I'm gonna have to.
You cut out there, Maddie.
Oh, sorry. I think I'm gonna have to switch over to watching Puppy's stream because my internet is starting to go bad for no reason.
It's just borking itself, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's completely understandable. Okay. So yeah.
Can't post that in chat, Huffy.
Nobody's allowed to know what that is because it hasn't been sent.
I
There you go.
Oh shit, it's a secret now.
Shall we spill the secret? Share the
Yes.
beans?
That's a
mean,
secret between all of us.
I didn't see it. What happened? What did I
Exactly.
miss?
You'll never know.
Don't worry about it.
Oh no. They're conspiring against me, chat. They're conspiring against me.
You're conspiring
What?
against all of us. It's
No,
only fair.
I would never.
Oh yeah, no, just wait. I have so much in store for all of you. Just so much. It's gonna be wonderful. And don't worry.
The store is fully stocked.
And don't worry, Lynx. If Shelob comes up, it'll be hot Shelob. So, no descriptions of giant spiders.
Good. Hot Shelob is the only Shelob I approve of.
Okay. And Lynx, would you like to go next? Speaking of.
Yes, I'm Lynx. I am playing Calethony. I've slightly changed her name's pronunciation to fall in line more with Tolkien's word
Naming
usage.
conventions.
Yeah, but everything else is the same. Dwarf druid. She's a ray of sunshine.
She really is, though. Like, she absolutely is.
Oh, 100%.
All right, and Huffy, it is your turn.
I am Huffy. I play Genevieve Morgause, the daughter of Eleanor Morgause, the knight from the previous, or the other side of this campaign.
Yeah, because this campaign is the flip side of a coin that will eventually turn into a very large single session where I'm DMing for 13 people.
Are we heads or tails?
I call tails.
Hold on, I'll tell you. It doesn't work in the chat companion, darn.
I guess we'll never know.
Nope, I have, You are tails. You are indeed tails.
Good.
Team Tails,
Good,
let's
as
go.
it should be.
Sonic!
Oh my god. I love...
Sonic,
this
we
is-
have to stop Eggman.
this is one of the reasons I fucking love these campaigns, because my players are absolute gems. Okay. So, as we pan back in, because I am going to stop lollygagging and actually pan us into the session. Does anyone remember what happened last session. Would anyone like to try and give me a recap of what happened last session? To maybe get inspiration for this session.
Bear
Cake
trap.
fell in a bear trap.
I took
Yeah,
a
we got
lot of
spooked in a
notes.
forest.
We made a friend in the forest as well.
We had spooky vision.
You guys had a spooky vision.
I think the spookiest vision was a cake getting trapped in a bear trap.
That is the spookiest vision of all.
I'll miss that
First thing in
cake
the morning
forever.
too.
First thing in the morning, cake. It's
Oh wait, and then Genevieve ate it.
yeah. Still ate it out of the bear trap. It's great.
I did?
Classic.
I have in my
Ah.
notes, Genevieve is eating the cake that got smashed in the bear trap. Ellipses.
Yeah. That's still good.
But yeah, if you can give me a full recap of what happened last session, I will give you inspiration.
All
are you
right.
talking about? That
do you
was
want
a
me to
full
just?
recap.
I can. That was a pretty good recap of the most recent events. But it was session 1. We started in Lorien. A lot of stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
There was also that whole thing where we got special daggers,
Yes.
because otherwise some spooky shit will happen. I don't totally remember 100%.
Let me just go over my notes because I took very thorough ones.
The daggers are mark of rank.
Yes, Galadriel gave them to us, and she even turned one of the iron daggers into a spearhead. Let's see. I have Galadriel kissy forehead. Heronland has some big beef with Gandalf. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the cold iron dagger, made in Arnor, allows us to hit non-corporeal entities. So wraiths.
Yes.
That's why we got
Oh
'em,
yeah.
It allows you to hit wraiths.
which is important, probably.
Maybe.
There was some sort of scary ghost rot that could happen to us.
If
We
you
could become wraiths if we
Ah.
get stabbed.
yeah, if you get
Oh,
stabbed
that's
by
an
wraith
option.
weapons.
So
Rue
sorry,
says
I called
that
it ghost rot.
Rue says that Heronland also said that that Gandalf is a bitch, which is true.
I
That is a
believe I
thing
did
that
also take
Heronland
note of
said.
that.
Riding doggo.
Yes. Maddie's character got a dog to ride.
Let's see, Bane, the Mastiff.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, don't we have like a ton of pets?
You do.
Yes,
This
we
party
also
has a
have
ton of
Gavin's
pets.
horse, and Genevieve's mount, and I think I got a war goat.
You did get a
Yeah,
war
And
goat.
then later I
You-
had a note about a wolf or
And you
something,
spoke to all
and a
of them.
bird.
Yes. The wolf is Heronland's companion.
Mm-hmm. We were told that torches will be helpful in the forest from the king. I'm not sure if that means Galadriel's husband or someone else, but someone told us that.
I believe that was Celeborn. Yes, that would be Galadriel's husband.
It rained, and we went to
Oh,
a place.
yeah. Rue's right.
We used a word.
We used a
What
word
did we
that's
say? What?
there's a
We used a
word that describes
rhymes with fuck.
yeah, it is a word that rhymes with
Oh.
fuck. Yeah.
Mm.
Truck.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. That is
Say
absolutely.
that just
that.
now, and I was worried.
Yep.
Can't say
And could we
on
say like
stream.
ye olde version? That's the full elongated word.
No, actually you can't. But you know what you can say? NTR.
That's banned too.
You can say NTR.
Yeah, you can say.
I know this from experience.
Yeah.
That's a band somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so yeah, that is in fact a thing. that y'all called Celeborn. That's for sure. Not to Celeborn's face, because he's a very nice man, but, like, everybody knows it.
He was. He gave me a goat.
Oh, now I know what rhymes with fuck.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Oh dear.
Oh, I love this.
And then we found a ranger cabin because Galadriel's land has a whole bunch of them that we can chill in.
Yep.
Evidently.
So you don't have to
And
sleep in the
we all
forest?
hung
Yeah.
out. Aw. But what if I want to sleep in the forest?
Wanna go camping?
I want to go camping.
It's in order to not get stepped on by ents.
Fine.
That's okay. I'll just tell the ants not to step on.
Just leaves out bear traps for the ents.
Yeah. I do have a little root buddy that could tell them not to step on. Huh?
I did make a note that Harenlet and Kelethany teamed up to convince Genevieve to not put traps right in front of the doors every night. So hopefully we won't have that happen again.
Don't worry, you'll still be safe. I'll just put them in front of the windows.
Oh dear. Okay.
Just don't try to open the
Cake
window.
every day.
Let's see. I think
Rue says that,
Yeah,
that
the
they
weather.
agree with the windows.
the weather was thundery and rainy, and we left off seeing a group of Rohirric men chasing down 12-ish orcs on horseback near Fangorn.
That is exactly where you left off. Yeah, you all left off right as you need to roll initiative for combat. Or the other option is that you can sneak around if you don't want to have to fight the group
I
of
believe most people were eager to help.
yes.
Can I sneak and be violent?
If you would like to attempt to sneak and be violent, yes, you can.
Stupendous. So initiative?
Well, that depends. What does the collective want? That is the big question. Now that we are back to where we are panning in on the outskirts of the Lothlorien forest in the Gap of Rohan, a large outstretched field of rolling hills that leads, if you go straight on from where you are, directly into Fangorn.
Well, Rue craves blood, so I think we have our answer.
That's
I'm
two
also
votes
roguey
blood.
and would be okay to sneak violently.
Yay, sneaky violence.
All right. So that's
we'll probably sneak.
that is 3 votes. Sneaky violence.
What if we did what is sneaky violence? Like an ambush?
So at this point, technically, yes.
Yeah.
Especially
Since
if they
they're
pose a risk.
chasing the orcs, we can get in front of where the orcs are going instead of an ambush.
You can technically do that. Yeah.
You sound like that's
that
not a good plan.
sounds fucking cool.
Okay, sorry, hold on. I have to apologize because my microphone is being so touchy today. I got a new one and it's picking up absolutely everything.
That mine is the same way. That's why I was messing with audio settings before stream.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It was in the other
that's
chat.
why I'm on push to talk.
If I had a button that didn't click when I pushed it, I would do that.
That
That's
is
a good point.
that is totally fair. So Rue proposes that they would like to be the distraction while you all sneak. So Rue, here's what I'm gonna ask you. Gavin is on horseback, correct? Okay, cool. So yes, he is on horseback. What weapon? You carry a spear as your main weapon. Yeah, and you have long reach. If you would like, you may charge the line of orcs and kind of herd them toward the tree line where your sneaky companions, if those who are sneaking would like to roll me a stealth check, please. And then and then let me know what those are. As your sneaky companions, get ready to hide and kind of ambush the group of orcs. And I won't make you roll initiative. I'll just let you guys do some quick rolling.
And remind me how I roll things on D&D Beyond. I've been clicking different things, and it's not working.
So
You
what
click
are
on
you?
the number on,
Yeah.
on the modifier?
Yeah.
So like where it's like plus something, you should be able to click that and it'll roll.
I'm clicking it, and it's pulling up a little thing on the side, but it's not.
Oh.
It's not doing anything.
Let me
What's
see.
it pulling up on the side?
So let
Is
me.
it broken? Did I break it?
Well, what's the thing that's pulling up on the side?
So I rolled you a
It says
stealth
you
check.
it says you rolled a 19.
Yeah, I rolled you a stealth check.
What? It does?
I did that. I clicked it.
Okay.
So I also
I've
have
been
your
clicking
stuff
a whole
up.
bunch of different things.
So the where your ability scores are, where the modifiers are over here. If you click the modifier, it should roll in the corner there. I'm not sure why.
There's a whole
Why
game log.
Like a banner that says Dexterity Stealth +3 customized. Make a Dexterity Stealth check when you attempt to conceal yourself from enemies. But then it.
Oh,
Do I have to
that's what
click
happens
that?
when you click on the actual skill thing. What if you just click on the numbers next to it though?
Yeah, you just click
I
the
am
number.
clicking on the numbers, so I don't
Oh,
understand.
that's so weird. Maybe reload the
When
page.
when the thing on the right pops up, is there any options near customized? Like, is there a thing that says beyond
No,
20?
there's not.
It
Yeah.
says you
Huh.
rolled a stealth check. Was that
Nope,
again?
that was me again. Just double checking. So here's what I want you to do when yeah, go ahead and reload the page. And if it doesn't work this
I
time, you can go ahead and go over to the roll 20 and roll there if you would prefer. Just that way it's easier for you because I know you're used to roll 20. And I will just trust your
Well,
numbers.
I have my sheet set up here, and the way I would do it with Roll20 was I have a Firefox add-on that has like a little dice that shows up next to all of the things, and I click that, and then it transfers the roll to Roll20 somehow.
Another
No
option that you have is up here. Well,
Oh yeah, beyond 20.
do you have your game log open? Is my question. Because the game log is at the top next to campaign Middle Earth, and you can click the game log, and then while that part's open, scroll over to the actual ability, highlight the modifier, and then click the modifier, and see if that kind of allows you to roll the dice
Okay.
that time.
No. I pulled up game log, and anytime if I highlight even the modifier thing, it
Mhm.
pulls up the little banner in the place of the game log.
That's weird.
That I don't know what's going on.
I understand.
Wait, is it the wizard's fault? Is it the wizard's fault? Nope. Okay, it's not the wizard's fault. Sorry, there's a tiny little disco wizard that popped up at some point. I don't know what he does.
Oh, I love the party wizard.
So here's the other option that you can do. If you would like, you can go over to the Discord the Discord channel and go over to there's a little thing that says Dicebot spam. It's in the guild tabletop area. You can manually type out what you want to roll. So in this case, it would be 1d20 plus 3 for you, and then that will show up in the corresponding text chat, and I can see it.
Okay. I guess I'll just pull up the Roll20 and turn the add-on back on because I can't do math by myself.
No, I totally understand.
Okay, I'll just do that and I'll reload all my pages and hopefully it'll let me. Okay, yeah, the little die is popping back up so I can roll it
Wonderful.
to beyond 20 and it should show up in the Roll20.
Awesome.
So would you like me to roll my own stealth check, or is that 19
You
still
can totally
valid?
take that 19. You can absolutely
Okay,
take that
good.
19. And then Genevieve, what did you roll?
An 11. Let me know if I need to turn invisible to make that better.
You can. If you turn invisible, I'll give you advantage.
Cool. I'll go invisible. I have quite a few things that'll do that. I'll just use one of my spells for it.
Okay. And then, Maddie, if you could please roll me a stealth check, please, and let me know what you rolled.
Oh, I already did. I got a 14.
Okay, cool. So,
Number is still 11.
cool. Still 11. All right. So Rue, since you are going to be the distraction, what I want you to do is roll me intimidation as you kind of are charging forward on this on your steed.
17, not bad.
17. Okay.
Oh wait, no, is that a 21?
Yeah.
Did it change?
Yep. That looks like a 21 to me.
17 on the die, 21 total.
Oh, with
All right.
modifiers.
Yep, with modifiers. That's a 21. Okay, so you all see Gavin charge forward. As you're like conferring with one another, getting ready to like ambush. Gavin is charging for blood. Gavin, would you like to let us know what do you give out a battle cry, or are you just charging forward? Lance first.
For blood, the battle cry.
Yeah, or is for blood the battle cry?
That is pretty intimidating.
For blood is the battle cry. He just for blood as he's charging forward. Spear tip first. If you would like to, I will allow you to make an attack at advantage toward one of the orcs with your spear. If you want to roll me an attack roll at advantage. Advantage is where you roll 2 times and take the higher die.
Number 1 blood fan in Middle Earth.
Yeah, number 1 blood fan in Middle Earth.
That's a 20? My goodness, what are your modifiers?
Where are these dice being rolled?
26?
26?
Where are you seeing these?
We're over
In
in
the
roll
roll
20.
Yep, in the roll 20, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My goodness.
Okay.
All right, so was that a natural 20, total 26?
That's a 17 plus 9.
Oh.
Plus 9.
Yeah, okay. Then yeah, no, you absolutely can hit this you can absolutely hit this. You gave me that benefit, not gonna lie. Yeah.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely me. So you hit this orc. Go ahead and roll me damage for the orc you're kind of attacking. Yeah, both 20 and 26 hit. You're gonna hit either time. Now my question is, being that you could hit literally any of the orcs on the field, there are 3 or 4 of them that are on wargs. Are you taking one off of their mount? Okay, cool. Gavin charges forward and slams his spear in and through an orc as he lifts the orc off his mount, jousting it backwards. As the orcs begin retreating, they are now coming straight for the party. They're like, nope, fuck that, and running. What are you guys doing for your ambush? What would you like to set up within the next few seconds while the orcs are kind of charging toward the tree line to try and get away from not only the Rohirrim, who were just like throwing spears at them, but also this new horseman who has come out of the trees and just stabbed through one of their warg riders.
I'd probably just shoot him.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I'm gonna come out with my stabbing daggers, I suppose.
Okay. Also, my bonus attack did hit. Yeah, your bonus attack did hit. I'm gonna do with that, Rue, is just say that you straight up murdered that first orc, which was part of their command structure, and intimidated them so badly that they are scattering.
Oh, that owns.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Scattering perhaps into the woods that we are hiding in?
Yep. Yes, they are. They are coming into the woods. All right.
It's
So,
into a volley of arrows.
Maddie, you had something to say?
No, never mind. I mean, maybe I'll just hold my blades out in front of me and see if one of them runs.
See if one of them just. He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 16 times. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I want each of you who are just kind of going to volley arrows or stab an orc as they come through to just go ahead and roll me an attack at advantage to see if you hit somebody.
Oh, well, that's a crit.
All right, I'm gonna say that's an
25.
instant. That's okay. That's a hit. Yep.
Yeah, I got a 25 also.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Whenever I do an attack, I can attack twice, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have.
Is that
2
also an
daggers.
advantage?
Does that count?
Yeah. Both attacks would be an advantage, and yes, you can attack with your offhand weapon, Maddie.
In that case, 25 and 23.
Okay.
All right, 22 on my other attack.
Okay, that is going to hit. So, roll me. So Maddie, here's what I'm gonna have you do. The first attack, I want you to roll. And if you would like, because you had advantage on these attacks, you can roll sneak attack damage. And go ahead and roll me your damage rolls for each attack. And go ahead and Lynx, have I explained to you how I do natural 20s?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the way I do natural 20s is you take your weapon's maximum base attack damage. So whatever your maximum damage you can do with your weapon without a modifier, add that on top of add that maximum damage on top of just a standard attack, like a damage roll, and that's the damage output for a critical attack, for a critical hit.
Okay, so that would be 9 plus 4, I think is what I rolled.
Okay. So 13 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Being that this like group of goblins and orcs is not that strong, because this was just kind of a scouting party, that will immediately take an orc out. That drops an orc almost immediately.
Nice.
Maddie, what did you roll for your damage?
Oh yeah, hang on, let me check. And you said I need to do sneak attack as well?
Yep, you can do sneak attack on both attacks if you would like.
That's messed up. Okay, hang on.
While Maddie does those calculations, Genevieve, what did you roll for damage?
I haven't rolled damage. You haven't asked me to.
Yes, please do.
Okay, cool.
All right, 16 on the first attack.
Okay, that takes an orc down.
And 19 on the second attack.
And that takes another one down. You just kind of a flurry of blades as you come out of the woods. The orcs kind of beginning to, as they begin to drop like flies, begin to scatter elsewhere. What did Genevieve roll?
7 damage on the first one and 5 on the second.
All right. If you would like, you can put both of those arrows into one orc and drop one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Genevieve just kind of 1-2 punch, and another orc drops. As the Rohirrim, the soldiers begin to ride into the forest after them. A few of the horsemen kind of surrounding your group as they come toward the my brain just cut off as they follow the orc pack into the woods of Lothlorien. Genevieve, roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. It's looking like an 8.
You don't quite pass. So you don't really notice anything. These are horsemen of Rohan. You kind of know who they are because you've grown up in this area, but you don't know who this particular group of them works for.
Genevieve never grew up in Rohan.
No, she grew up in Lothlorien, which is right outside of Rohan. So like the riders come through from time to time. You know of them, you don't know them personally.
Okay.
So as they kind of come forward, you all one of the riders will dismount. He is a taller man in leather armor with the symbol of a horse head on the front of his armor, and he takes his helmet off, long brown hair flowing from the top of his helmet, and he will kind of walk up to your group and go, "Hail, travelers! I am Jameson, son of Jameson. Is there anything? What brings you folks to the Gap of Rohan, so close to my town of Allendale?"
That much. Genevieve.
Jameson's son.
Yep, this is Jameson's son.
That much Genevieve does recognize. I am Genevieve Morgos, daughter of Eleanor. I think we're just kind of passing through, aren't we?
Currently, you are on your way to Fangun Forest. Don't tell me. I'm gonna remember the name. I swear. Let me scroll up and find. As Gavin hails Jamie, he just kind of goes, well fought, spearing through that orc. I tried that and missed the first time, so that was very impressive. So you said you were Eleanor's daughter?
That would be me.
I didn't know she had kids, not gonna lie to you. She doesn't look that old, and you look almost an adult. I don't know how to feel about
30,
that.
aren't I?
Yeah, you would be. You would in fact be 30.
4'2" and 30.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You say you're and Gavin would I'm assuming relay that you are passing through on official business. And he just kind of looks over and goes, if I might ask, official business on whose authority?
Galadriel. Lady Galadriel, rather.
I see. Do you have any proof of your service to the Lady of the Wood?
Genevieve will take out her little dagger.
Cool weapons.
Yeah. So Gavin just kind of tilts his spear, still with an orc hanging on it. I want to add, because you never did say that you took the orc off, so it's still just got an orc skewered on there like a kebab.
So cool.
Here's the image.
And he just kind of turns the spear and to show the emblem of Galadriel.
I was gonna say, if we don't take that off, that's gonna be the new mascot.
Jameson just kind of looks at you and goes, "You want me to remove? I mean, okay, I'll pull it off." As Gavin will ask Jameson to remove the orc from the spear, and he just kind of with a powerful squelch pulls this orc corpse off the tip of Gavin's spear.
Nasty.
You are an impressive group, from what I've seen. And where did you say you were headed?
I do believe to the Forest of Fangorn.
I see. I will warn that path is quite dangerous to travelers unaccustomed to traveling the woods and forests. I wouldn't brave Fangorn myself if you gave me all the gold in the world.
When he says that, Calethany's gonna come out of the brush and go, "Oh, I know my way around the forest or two. You got this."
Calethany actually has probably been within Fangorn Forest, as that is where Radagast's house is.
Yeah.
Ooh, we finally get to meet Radagast.
You met Radagast in the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
I
was
think-
there.
I don't know if Genevieve did.
I got to chill with Radagast.
That is true. Genevieve did not get to meet Radagast, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
true,
He
true.
fucked off fairly quickly.
He did.
He
He
didn't take his money with him.
he showed up and then fucked off right away. So it's kind of how Radagast goes. He blows in the wind.
I love weird flaky guys here.
yeah, we love the weird. I don't need my money. Just give it to my servants, I guess.
All mine now.
Yes. I don't mind if I do, Radagast. You can just go ahead and keep collecting
Just
your
help
weird.
myself.
But yeah. So the lovely Jameson will just kind of nod and go, if you should need supplies or anything, if you ride due east of here, and he'll gesture to a township that you can kind of see in the distance. There's a large green flag with a horse's head on it flying over it, and a wall made of wood and stone. That is the township of Allendale. We have supplies and food if you should need it after you have braved Fangorn Forest. Your elven companion seems to have followed the orc pack. As you guys noticed that Harrenland followed the orc pack back toward the Lady Galadriel's home as they were entering the forest of Lothlorien. So
Did we not kill them all?
You didn't. You did not kill the over 50 orcs that the Rohirrim were chasing.
Well, why are we sitting here talking? Let's go kill the rest of them.
I'm sure he's fine. He'll come back when he's run out of energy.
That's fair. I suppose she will likely find her way back at some point.
Oh, did I mix up the pronouns for that?
Yeah,
guy?
you
I
did.
have my list all the way to the top. My bad.
You would probably know that Harrenland can in fact handle hunting a ton of orcs. They have a bit of experience doing so, as they did help the King of the Dwarves, Durin, escape a massive goblin invasion and kill 2 ogres by themselves. So she's
many
kind
did
of
we
a
kill?
badass.
How many did we kill in just that little surprise round that we just did?
You killed about, I believe it was 7, counting the one that Gavin skewered.
Yeah, we could handle them.
Hey, can I tempt fate real quick?
Sure, what's up?
Gee, Bill, I thought this campaign was supposed to be hard.
Okay, yeah, you've done it. You've tempted fate, and now
Can I
In-
retract my temptation of fate?
enjoy Fangorn.
No! I'm sorry!
You'll never be forgiven.
Rue with the crying emoji.
Although, real talk, we literally could have just gone and killed all those orcs instead of letting them into the forest.
Likely, but the Elven Guard, you can kind of see as you like turn around, the elves that had been following you, because the Elf Guard did follow you to make sure you didn't like wander too far off the path, seem to be murdering them pretty handily.
Good
The orcs don't pass within the forest of Lothlorien unabated. That's just not what happens. How that works. Okay. Jameson will nod to each of you and go, I am returning to my city, and should any of you need anything, I will be, my father and I are in the stead of the barony, holding down the fort. The Baron, the Jarls rather, the Jarls are headed toward Minas Ithil on a mission that was called upon them by the King of Minas Ithil. So I must return. Good luck on your mission, whatever that may be, and
It was a pleasure meeting you for once.
it was a pleasure meeting you as well. I will relay to your mother that I met you and that I have no idea how to feel about the fact that she has a kid that's older than I am.
Yeah, that's why she refers to you as little baby Jamie.
Yes, that is the affectionate nickname that the Jarls have given me.
She told me in her letters.
I bet she did. You see, like, all of the like pomp and circumstance that he had been like speaking with is just drained from his face.
It's a pleasure to have met you.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. May the Maiar watch over you. Goodbye. And he just kind of gets on his horse and sullenly slinks back to Allendale.
Leaving only a trail of
Just tears.
yeah.
Just weeping on his way there.
Somehow, I get the feeling he was upset by something. Oh well.
Not sure what. That's a mystery for another part. Let's be on.
Your ranger companion will kind of trot up. Oh, what did I miss? I was napping.
Ah,
Yeah, just a couple
Wait,
guys.
we ran some orcs, and there was Jameson's son. And some other Rohan men. That was it. That's all.
You can't say that, Gavin.
We had a companion.
Yeah, the one that kind of snuck up on our house and
Yeah.
and put cake into our bear trap.
Yep. She didn't mean to put the cake in the bear trap. You were the one that laid a bear trap, and she tried to bring you
She should have
cake.
been more careful.
Classic victim blaming.
Yeah.
Her name was Rebecca?
Yes, her name was Rebecca.
If you didn't want to be
Thundering
bear
assistant.
trapped, why'd you bring a cake?
Why bring
Everyone
cake?
knows bears love cake.
Why bring cake if not for bear trap?
That would do.
She will just kind of go, "Oh, I may have missed that. I'm sorry."
It's alright.
So I'm assuming we're heading off to the other forest then, through this clearing.
Well, someone's done and run off. Not sure if we should wait for him.
From the looks of it, they seemed to be headed back to Lorien, so probably not.
Fair enough.
From what they were saying to the other elves, there's been an attack on the other side of the of the mountain. So the elven armies are going to need Heronland, I think, more than we are. Gavin will also say they seem plenty capable. They'll catch up.
We'll make excellent points. How about we get back on the road? Metaphorically, since we're in a forest and there's no roads in a forest.
Well, you are headed out into an area with actually recently paved roads. They look
Paved?
well. They're it's cobblestone, but yeah, kinda.
Still, that's fancy.
Yeah, for this day and
Are these
age,
the-
absolutely.
Are these the roads that lead like out from
Allendale, yes, they are.
Oh,
they are
I
trade
built those
routes.
roads.
Yeah, they are trade routes that lead out from Allendale.
Genevieve didn't, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Eleanor made them.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so you guys are able to kind of come out from the forest to a well made road and that leads. You can take the road that leads directly into the forest, or you can kind of skirt around the clearing in the Gap of Rohan and go where the connector is between Lorien and Fangorn.
Which route is probably safer?
Probably safer? Well, it depends.
Are they both still cobblestone or?
One of them is cobblestone and the other one is not. The other one is like you just kind of trekking through kind of overgrown forest. Specifically mushroom forest if you're going through Lorien.
Okay, I have some opinions on where we should go.
Mushroom forest were the two words that stuck out to me.
Yeah, it's mushroom time.
So the cobblestone path is likely to be patrolled by lamplighters, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually safe.
I mean,
Although
it's
that's
generally
not why I'm
safe.
trying to convince y'all to go to the mushroom path. I just want to see mushrooms.
Just want to see giant mushrooms.
Yeah, I will add them to my journal.
Alright. The mushroom road it is.
Okay. As you all begin kind of trotting through the forest, your mounts are able to kind of make your way through pretty reliably. I'm assuming you all kind of mount back up on your steeds as you head into the forest. And the mushrooms are these large greens and blue bioluminescent mushrooms that give the forest an almost like not ominous glow, but there is definitely a glow about the forest. Now, I have a question for you, Lynx.
Yes.
Does your this is a question for the player. Is it just spiders that freak you out, or is it all depictions of giant bugs?
Mostly spiders. As long as you don't get too specific about their scuttling movements, it's probably fine with other bugs. Go for it.
Wonderful. All right. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. I thought your question was going to be about mushrooms.
It is, and specifically the creatures that dwell within them.
How's that about 22?
Okay. You begin to see movement within the mushrooms. It doesn't seem insect-like to you, actually. It seems more of a fluttering. And almost like the beating of tiny wings. How well versed is Calethony in those who dwell within the mushrooms, also known as fairies?
Fairies. Well, if Radagast would have taught her about them and or run into them at any point and possibly had a mishap, you probably would have had to learn at least a bit about them.
Okay.
But if not, then
So here's what I'm gonna have you do. Roll me a history check, because Radagast definitely would have run into the fairies because they don't particularly like him picking and eating their homes. But Radagast has a thing for mushrooms.
Yeah, he does. That's a 10.
You know that fairies are sometimes very mean. You know that some of them really like teeth for some reason, and you also would know that that the fairies in the forests, like more bioluminescent mushrooms, are not the friendliest of creatures, but they are shy in nature and don't typically attack unless provoked. So you are able to see there are definitely fairies watching you right now.
She probably wouldn't say anything directly pointing them out unless someone starts to do something that may be seen as. I mean, maybe she would just encourage everyone to be careful around the mushrooms so that no one gets offended or incited to anger and murder on the Fae side.
Yeah, or cursed by the Fae.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. But yeah, so the party is kind of informed by Calethony that hey, maybe be careful around the mushrooms. We are not alone. Um, as
It'd
you
probably be more like the mushrooms here are homes to a lot of special creatures, and some of them really don't like to be disturbed. So just be gentle when you're handling them, if you must at all. Just give them a wide berth if you can.
you would note specifically, since you've lived in this forest for kind of for a certain period of time, the red ones emit a poisonous gas.
Ooh.
And don't touch the red ones. If it's red, you will be dead.
You can see
Remember
Genevieve
that.
like taking out a jar and approaching the red one.
It's
No.
a very helpful rhyme, thank you.
Learned it my first day.
Radagast, a Maiar that's died many times from red mushroom.
So, is it like agitation that makes the mushrooms emit the gas, or are they just kind of always emitting gas?
It is. Here's what I'll let you do. Roll a nature check.
Okay, doke. 16.
Okay. Upon some kind of prodding of the upon some prodding of the mushrooms, you would notice that these probably it's probably agitation. That is what is causing the mushrooms to emit the poisonous gas that plumes up as you kind of poke at it and leave it. It if you does Genevieve like attempt to pick up the mushroom, or are you more just kind of poking at it with a stick?
Okay, so what she wants to do is she's going to mage hand one of her mini daggers that she has on person,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll start like very carefully like extracting spores for her jar. That'll be like mushroom growing jar.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
Cool beans. And this can be quite far away. 15 feet or 15 number.
15. Okay.
15 number.
You are able to extract spores. However, as you do extract the spore, you see a small female form kind of flutter up and like get in Genevieve's face. Hey, what are you doing? That's my house. Why are you? What do you think you're doing with the? I need those spores. That's how I grow more of my house.
I would also like to grow more of your house. It's quite fetching.
No, that doesn't belong to you, and you didn't ask.
Well, how much would you like for it?
This
You-
point, would We'd
Give
notice.
it back.
Oh yeah, you guys would most definitely notice the fairy that is in Genevieve's face. She's wearing a dress that appears to be made of like autumn leaves, and she has a tiny, tiny little sword on her hip.
Okay. Yeah, Calethany's definitely gonna come over and be like, I told you not to touch.
Well, it makes infinite spores. I can
No,
like.
it doesn't. They only grow a certain amount every year. Give them back.
Thank
Not
you.
Give them
yours.
back.
Thank you.
So sorry for disturbing your house. Please don't take offense.
Why did you need the spores to begin with?
I quite like collecting various types of poisons. Would you like me to show you a couple that I have on hand?
Yes. She's just
Cool.
her eyes
we'll-
are narrowed at Genevieve.
She will take out a dose of potent poison from her poisoner feet, and we'll kind of show it to her.
Where'd you extract this from? It can be
I don't know.
it can be like venomous snake, spider venom, scorpions, stuff like
Oh.
that.
It would probably definitely be spider venom. That's kind of her thing. Yeah, this is spider venom.
Trade me some of this, and I'll give you the little bit. I don't need a lot. And she'll take out a very small bottle. Give me some of this, and I'll let you have the spores.
She absolutely will give a dropper full of potent poison.
Okay, wonderful.
Nods in approval. Trading's fine.
I will accept this trade. You may have the spores that you collected, but next time, ask. She kind of packs the
I'm sure she's learned her lesson this time. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Here
I
we
got
go.
mushrooms.
Not sure she learned the right thing, but problem resolved.
But hey, she learned something. That's
It's better than nothing, I guess.
yep.
More
Spores can be
poison.
exchanged for goods and services.
More poison.
Gavin says, "Why does the tiny person need poison if her house allows her to lay waste to her enemies?" Listen, I'm not looking to lay waste to my enemies. What I'm looking to lay waste to are, actually, you folks might be able to help me. So, I have a problem that needs solving by people much larger than I am. Some of you aren't quite much larger than me, and she'll like give a pointed look at the halfling in your party.
She'll square up a little.
Um,
Trying to act taller.
here's what I need. There are a group of monsters. They're giant centipedes. They live in this forest, and they prey on us fairies as food. I need them dead. They live not far from here in what is essentially an old ruin. And if you kill them, not only will I give you more spores, and she'll kind of point at Genevieve, I will give you one favor that you can call in later from my people, the fair folk.
Ooh.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Who is the disruptor that you are having issue with?
It's a group of giant centipedes.
Would I know if those are local to the environment or if they're invasive?
They are, in fact, an invasive species brought here by the orcs to try and root out the fairies.
Okay, then Calethany's gonna say as much and be like, yeah, let's exterminate them.
Gavin brings up a good point. Is this per person or is this for the party? The fairy will go, I'm going to give you a group favor to be determined later because I can't speak for all of the people here, but I can say that I, as their chieftain, can give you one favor.
Wow, I really must have chose the best mushroom, huh?
Yeah, who would have guessed? Still seems like a good deal.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
And we
Wanna
should
go-
probably take care of those anyway for the health of the forest and the local ecosystem.
Agreed.
True.
No, I don't need the bodies.
Gavin-
Actually, what were you saying, Maddie?
I was just gonna ask if Gavin's okay with bug blood.
Gavin, are you okay if the blood is blue? Because that's
Do centipedes have teeth?
yes, the giant centipedes do have teeth. I don't eat. We do not eat the bodies. No, what we typically do is we burn them when we kill them. If you guys could do that, just kind of drag them out of the forest and set them on fire, that would be super helpful, actually. Or just set them on fire to begin with when you kill them, and that just takes care of the whole process. Just try not to burn the forest down.
Forest on fire, yeah.
I'll ensure that it's a responsible method of disposal.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
An
Of course.
appropriate amount of fire.
Minimal amount of fire.
Acceptable amount of fire.
All right.
Sure,
So,
if acceptable means minimal to you.
do
Can't
either of
do any
you
fire.
do any of you have a map?
I, in fact, do have a map. I forget what it's of, but I remember seeing in my notes I have a map.
You would have a map of Lothlorien and Fangorn.
Is
Here.
that helpful?
Yes, that is the what you would need of this area. It's a large map of this area. The fairy will kind of flutter over and look over your map and go, I'm just gonna and she'll like kind of land on the map and pull out a tiny little quill and ink and draw kind of a farther into the forest, going toward Fangorn where the ruin is. And it just so happens to be right around where you were going anyway, because you weren't told an exact location of where the artifact was. You were told a general location.
Mhm.
So now you have more of this is a ruin in that area that you could potentially check out, looking for the item that you're looking for.
That's perfect. You've been exceptionally helpful, Fairy Chief. Thank you so much, and we'll take care of this as soon as we get there.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I will see you when you return. If you return.
Make a note that we should return to Fairy once we kill things.
The fairy chief will then flutter up, give Genevieve a look like "don't touch my fucking mushrooms," and then flutter back into her house.
For the record,
yeah,
I
how
also
will we,
live in a mushroom.
How will we contact her
Uh,
without disturbing the mushroom?
you could probably disturb her mushroom specifically, to get her attention. That and the fairies have been watching you the entire time, like you've been here.
Plus, if we find some teeth along the way, we could always just leave some out and say, hey, these teeth are for the chief. Can you go bring us the chief? And just wait.
These are chief teeth?
These are chief teeth.
Yeah,
For chief.
fairies are quite fond of teeth.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, there are still orc bodies scattered around. If you want to try and sell teeth, if you want to try and remove and then sell the teeth to the fairies.
Okay, well, now we have. I think that's probably. You said it was roughly the same direction we were going anyway, right?
Yeah, it's in the same general direction. You guys, as you're discussing this, see Gavin kind of walking over and extracting orc teeth from the mouths of the dead orcs.
Heck yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a d20 just to see how many you get, Rue.
9. Not bad.
All right, so you get 9 orc teeth, 4 of those being the larger tusks from the bottom lip, and one of the fairies, this one dressed in a like bluish, almost flower petal dress, will come over and like adjust tiny little glasses and go, "Ooh, what do you want for these?" As she kind of looks up at the party. If you want me to make an offer, I could probably give you like 30 silver pennies. I don't have much in terms of like value for what you guys have. I also have these, and she'll kind of flutter back into her house and like push out from a larger mushroom like a wheelbarrow of like what appear to be bracers. They're leather in make, and they look like almost pristine, but they also look very old. Not in the manner of like they look old as in they've been weathered. They just they look antique in their design. You said you'll take the bracers for all of the teeth. Okay, so Rue, you get a pair of bracers of defense. I will actually add that into your inventory myself.
It is indeed neat.
Yeah. These bracers allow you a single like point of extra like AC. They're magical bracers that just kind of allow you to have more AC. I will have to add that as a custom item because that used to be a thing in D&D and apparently it's not anymore. Thanks, 5th edition.
Gonna be bracers of armor.
No.
It might be actually.
Pretty sure I've seen those somewhere before.
Sometimes they call it bracers of natural armor, perhaps.
Maybe just type in bracers and see what comes up.
No, bracers of defense. There they are. Yeah, you gain 2. You gain 2 points of
Ooh, nice.
AC from those. So you get a pair of Gondorian bracers of defense. So you've gotten more defense off of this little fairy as she goes, "Awesome! Now I can make these into a suit of armor," and she will slowly like drag them and the wheelbarrow into her house as you hear a tiny little hammer begin to clang.
Tooth Knight.
Gondorian, not Gundam.
I love that, actually. Me and Rue are giant Gundam nerds.
That would be very cool, but so out of place in this campaign.
Yep. One day I'll run a Lancer campaign that's set in the Universal Century. It'll happen. But yeah, so you are able to get these bracers as the fairy is now smithing herself a new set of armor out of the teeth you've given her, and you have a direction which is north by northeast, kind of farther into the forest, and a new mission: murder a bunch of giant centipedes.
Wonderful.
I'm assuming you guys head toward your objective, or would you like to try and speak with more of the fairy folk?
I'm okay
Bethany would be very against that due to past trauma.
I'm definitely
continue
okay
on.
to just continue ahead.
I'm happy with the mushroom dust I found.
just Genevieve just over there with a little bottle of mushroom dust, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Very excited little nerd. Your Gondorian companion is like very much freaked out by the fact that they have never before just recently they didn't even really think the Lady Galadriel was a real person because she's kind of like a demigod. Now she's learning that fairies actually exist. Like, she's kind of having an existential crisis.
Yeah,
right there,
Kalani
bud.
would fall back and be like, "It's alright, cat fae are real, and so are dragons, and elves, and gnomes, and all
I'm
kinds
sorry,
of
did you
things
say
I've never seen
dragons?
before." Aye, dragons.
Right.
They're not very common. Hopefully we don't run into any. They don't usually like forests as much as mountains.
Yeah, from what I heard, there was a rumor recently. There was one seen flying over Elrond's territory, which is terrifying because that means they're west of the Misty Mountains as well as east of the Misty Mountains, being that the Lonely Mountain was just recently taken by a dragon.
Well, you know, they are a bit more nomadic in nature than a lot of reptiles, so they tend to travel a bit. It's
I do
really
believe-
interesting.
I do believe that was the one that Eleanor was riding. My mother.
I'm sorry, your mother rode a dragon?
As far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Gavin calls back, "You'll get used to it. Just remember that nothing matters, so you should just enjoy your time here and make it good." You know, I don't know how to take that. Are you okay? Do you need a hug, sir?
Mm,
I mean, that sounds positive to me. Just like
yeah.
existentialist.
It's a unique way of giving your own meaning to your own experiences. Just take it like that.
I see. Oh, okay. I hope we don't run into any dragons. That's my takeaway from this conversation. You see just a single bead of sweat.
I'm more worried about gnomes than dragons.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, the gnomes. The gnomes.
Aye.
That sentence
Dragons
scares me.
aren't very common, but gnomes, you never know where a gnome is.
Gavin fires his magic crossbow out into the field. What does Gavin's crossbow do? If you wouldn't mind reminding me, Gavin.
Also, Genevieve will do a little flex like, "Don't worry, I'll protect you," and she'll pat her arms that do 0 damage.
Gavin fires the crossbow bolt out into the field, all of a sudden you guys see it reappear, reloaded into the crossbow.
Ooh, that's dope.
Oh, great. Oh,
Maybe we don't fire where we can't see. You might hit someone. Or something.
hey, Rue.
Like
Rue.
a gnome.
Roll me an attack roll, please.
Oh no!
Gnome getting shot sounds.
Just Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
Oh no.
16. Okay. You all do in fact hear a Wilhelm scream from off in the distance. And then
Sorry for speaking this into existence.
and then
Gavin, no.
the thunder of footsteps as let's leave quickly. As you begin to see a cave troll was the one that was hit by
What time of evening is it?
What do you mean I did this?
it is currently sunset. So the cave trolls are just able to come out right now. The sun is going down and the cave trolls are not stone.
Scatter? Scatter?
Yeah.
Scatter?
Scat.
I'll scatter.
They're not too bright, so just run and hide.
Yeah, everybody make a stealth
Okay.
check if you'd like to scatter.
Genevieve is going to teleport and go invisible using Misty Step. or Misty Escape rather.
Are you fucking kidding me? I got an 8.
Ooh.
I got 20. Can I help?
Oh yeah. I did say
I'm
that.
a druid.
Whoops.
Yeah, absolutely. You can either take the help. You can either take the help action, and allow Maddie to roll at advantage, or you can cast a spell.
Oh right, I have spells. I have guidance. That's a cantrip.
That is a
Does that do
cantrip.
That's only
anything?
when I take damage. I don't actually teleport away.
What does
Just
what
don't do a normal
Yeah.
what
You
does
touch one willing creature.
Mhm.
Before the spell ends, the target can roll d4. Add the number to any ability check of its choice. I'll guidance you.
Okay, and you're adding a D4 to that check. So go ahead and roll me another D4 and add that to your total.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, hang on. All right, I got a 1. So
10.
that brings me up to a 9.
It's
Oh,
still
9.
better
Okay,
than an
great.
eight.
Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you.
here's-
You tried.
here's what I'm gonna do. So what we're gonna go from Huffy over. What are each of your stealth checks? So Huffy, okay, thank you. Actually, Rue typed it up for me. So 15, 20, 12, 9. Because all of you, for the most part, rolled above a 10. You each are able to kind of scatter as the fairies will put up a wall of illusion, just as Maddie, your character, would have been caught. So in the because the ranger rolled a 3, so you're not the only one. So what you all see the back of, and what the troll sees, is a dragon's head popping up out of the dirt and roaring in its face as it will turn tail and run the other direction.
Yipe, yipe, yipe.
Yeah. Because, like, recently, the reason the cave trolls are out of the mountains is because there are dragons in the mountains. You hear him, I didn't run out of the fucking mountains to just get eaten by a fucking dragon. Fuck this bullshit. What the fuck did I even come down here for? As he is booking it in the other direction.
We nailed it.
You did. Your group
Five, team.
your group stealth check was just enough. Also, the fairies didn't want to get their houses trampled by a cave troll, so.
That would be unfortunate.
Shall we locate giant centipede?
Well, it's getting dark, so how about we set up a camp and continue out at first light?
Sure thing.
The ranger's name was Rebecca. And yeah, you can call her Becca, Becky. Any of those names.
Bethany, I made biscuits.
So are you guys setting up camp by the fairy village?
Well, they did seem at least like kind of chill earlier. But there's probably no need to distance ourselves excessively.
Gavin
That's not a bad idea.
Gavin
That's a good
will
idea,
ask to ask
Let's
the
ask
chief.
the chief.
Okay. So who's going to be okay, Gavin pokes at her mushroom and
No.
Gavin, roll a dex save with the spear. Okay. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Let me just make sure That is the appropriate save for Enfeeble Mind.
That's a really good save roll.
Okay, so you do in fact save as the Fey Chief kind of comes out and attempts to cast Feeble Mind on you. What in the fuck do you want? Why are you poking my house again? Did you kill the... I know you didn't kill the centipedes. I watched you almost get my village trampled by a troll. I see. So you want to set up a camp by my village. That's...
We'll keep it nice and quiet for you.
Well, at least you apologized, and yeah, as long as you keep that one in line. She like gestures to Genevieve. Keep that one
Genevieve is just smiling.
from trying to excavate anyone else's house, and you did give my sister the teeth that she'll be making into her armor. Yes, you will. You can camp safely by the village. Just don't try very hard not to disturb the goings on of my quiet country folk. We are peaceful folk unless provoked.
We are grateful for your accommodation, and I'll do my best to make sure that we don't disturb anyone too much, right, everyone? Right? We won't do anything.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely not.
nod your head up and down. Uh-huh. Yeah, there we go. Right.
Perfectly reasonable. Be careful of the bear trap.
There's a what?
No bear traps. No.
Not bear traps here. There aren't any bears.
Sure. Well, this is the forest. Of course there are bears.
So, you, the one with the bear trap. Can I show you our version of a bear trap?
Ooh, please, yes, absolutely. Is this more poison? Like,
You see her like flutter up and go, follow me. Just follow me and be very careful. She will lead you to just the edge of where their camp is. And you see along the like lining of trees, she'll wave her hand over and a line of green glyphs appear on the ground. Those are known as glyphs of warding. What those do is they explode when people step on them. These particular ones explode ice. So, we don't need bear traps. Bears don't come out here because, as you can see, and she'll gesture to the corpse of a bear that is frozen in place, that's what happens.
Poor thing. Understandable.
So, don't put bear traps on my land, please.
Okie doke.
But, that's good thinking when you're not, like, around. It is perfectly preserved because it is a solid block of ice. That is how decomposed the bear is. It is perfectly preserved in the ice.
Normally I can just talk to bears and tell them to go away, but if I am asleep, I can't necessarily do that. So that's why I have the backup plan. Thank you for letting me know that you also have a backup plan.
No, we don't want the bear's teeth. We're gonna thaw him out later and make him leave. But because he's not dead, he's just sleeping cryogenically.
I was so worried.
He still needs to be able to hunt and eat later when he's not on our land. You see the Fey Chief kind of flutter back to her house. If you want to, and she'll gesture to a small clearing where she'll move her hands and the underbrush will move out of the way. If you want to set up your tents over there, you'll be nice and safe and no one will disturb you. Except maybe my sister, because she's been tinkering with that teeth armor all day and the hammering is getting a little incessant. And you guys hear ting, 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 ting. That's why we have the teeth, and she'll pull her sword out, and you see it is made of like teeth. It's made of a bone like material. This is why we use them for self defense. And she'll resheath her short sword.
That's quite awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you would like to, because metal is a little too heavy for us. The only metal we're really able to use is mithril, because it doesn't weigh anything. You can't really fly when you're using true metals.
Understandable.
Okay, so if you guys would like to take your rest here, you absolutely can. Yes, and Gavin had been the one to ask that. Sorry that I did not address that, Rue. You guys are able to take your rest. You can take a full long rest. So if you hadn't healed last session, if you had taken any damage, I'm pretty sure you hadn't. But if you had, you can take the full long rest. You do lose the benefits of Hero's Feast that you had gained the day prior, as it has been 24 hours. And everybody roll a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom save or check?
Check. Just roll me wisdom, please.
Just straight
6.
wisdom?
So it'd be wisdom, so it'd be 1d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Well, yeah, I was just wondering if it was a wisdom skill or just wisdom.
Yeah, it's just wisdom.
Oh, that's at 26.
Okay.
That's nice.
I got 8.
Ooh,
Welcome to the
5.
not so wise party.
wonderful. Okay. So we're gonna go.
Very unwise.
We're gonna go highest to lowest. So we're gonna pan in to Calethony's dream first. That's what these wisdom checks are. Are dream checks. It's to see how bad or good your dreams are. Calethony, your dream is wonderful. You have a dream of an open like forest glade that is overlooking a small hillside community of druidic dwarves who are beginning to take in more of the nature role as the elves are leaving Middle Earth. These dwarves are working as a wonderful community, gathering mushrooms and berries and all kinds of just natural goodies to kind of get yourselves nice and self-sustaining. You and the halflings seem to have created a symbiotic community, and you are the current head of that community, along with the Fey Chief, who has blessed you with a harvest of wonderful edible mushrooms that are not psychedelic, unless you're into that, in which case, absolutely they are.
Wonderful. That's a fantastic dream.
All right. What were the rest of your rolls again? I know Ruse was 5.
6.
8.
Okay, so we're gonna go over to Emmy's dream. I believe that's your character's name, yes? Maddie. Your character's name is Emmy. Yeah.
Emmy.
So we pan over to Emmy's dream, and Emmy, you are currently captive in your dream, and within your dream, your hometown of Bree is just ever so slightly in the distance. You see fire in your burning down your quaint little village as orcs raid the western side of the Misty Mountains. You are once again found in a cage of sorts, being carted off to who knows where as you have been trapped by what appears to be the same cave troll that Gavin shot the day prior.
Awesome.
Panning back over to Genevieve.
Hello.
Genevieve, your dream is is a place you've never seen before. A large city with high stone walls burns around you. The sound of battle and clanging metal and swords as you notice your poisons and mushrooms and bags have been trampled as you are faced down in one-on-one combat with no bow. All you have left is a dagger against a tall Uruk standing in black armor with a large scimitar and your mother's shield.
Is she not able to summon her bow?
No. In this dream, you are unable to summon your bow.
Sad.
We pan out from this image just as the orc begins to strike and pan in on Gavin. Gavin, you are also in a similar city. The city around you is burning. Orcs are flooding in through the gates as the lines of soldiers are broken, and the king, Elendil, the king of both Arnor and Gondor, is being beaten back by a large man in black armor, a large mace swung back and forth as he bashes through the lines, and as you focus in on this target, this enemy, you feel a burning heat, a deep, scorching fear begins to take you as your dream slowly scorches around you like the edges of a photograph being burned, as all you then see is a large eye wreathed in flame as you hear, "I see you." As your dream then slowly fades into the morning, the sound of birds cawing in the distance as each of you awaken to the next day.
What a wonderful night of sleep that was.
It really was.
Some people just get all the luck.
Or have all the wisdom.
Imagine having wisdom. Couldn't be me.
Well, it's a lovely morning. It's beautiful and shiny and perfect. And there's nothing wrong that's ever happened, especially overnight, for anyone.
Sure. Anyone else have nightmares?
Yep.
Gavin says, "Yep."
Is that common among travelers? Nightmares?
You see your ranger friend is already up and cooking, and she goes, "I have them often."
Oh,
I don't know about you guys, but I was sleeping great before I embarked on this mission.
you learn something new every day.
I've always had kind of weird dreams.
I made breakfast. Gavin will say, "Nah, but I do have a cursed sword that wants me to kill you, all of you, because of the promise of power, as is all-consuming, and power corrupts without fail."
Well, that's very, good to know. Thank you.
That does seem like the kind of thing that would give someone nightmares.
Gavin will respond, Heronland also wielded it, to be fair.
Ooh. Well, Gavin, if you ever need a cuddle buddy, I'm happy to provide my services. Cuddles make good dreams happen.
Gavin will say, and it doesn't seem okay. She probably needs a hug more, but possibly.
You can
Two
take
hugs
me
give
up
us
on my
wisdom
offer
bonuses.
anytime.
I will allow you, if you are being cuddled, to roll the dream check at advantage.
Let's go.
Cuddles, sleep bonus.
Cuddles do equal sounder sleep, so that is absolutely yeah. I'll let that happen. Okay.
Legal cuddle bonus. I love this game so much.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, so you are given a basic like breakfast of what appears to be a very gamey meat. You can't really tell where it came from, but it's definitely an edible meat, and it's not a person. And some
Not a person?
yeah, it's 100%
That's
not
concerning.
people meat. And you also and then quail eggs. It's just a very simple breakfast. And the ranger will just kind of go, this is what I can hunt, while also not pissing off the fairies. So enjoy.
You did a lovely job.
Thank you. I appreciate
This
that.
looks delicious. Thank you.
Are we eating mother and child? Yes, actually.
Circle of life in a breakfast.
Mm-hmm. It's great. But yeah, she will kind of begin to pack camp, and so you guys don't have to really worry about making or breaking camp. Your ranger companion will do that for you. And she'll kind of nod and go, "Yeah, Gavin, you're right. It is for the best that they that when I stole the eggs, the mother bird did attack me, so I had to deal with that too." So yeah, we're gonna head out. I'm assuming. I'd like to kind of distance myself from the angry Fae.
Right. We should get on our way and try and get to those ruins as soon as possible.
All right. So if you guys are going to do some travel, here's what I need from you. I need a D12 and a D100, please.
I will do the D100. Oh, you can do the D100. I'll do the D12.
No, I can do the D12. I can do
Oh,
the
okay.
D12.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's a 3.
87.
87 on the D100,
Nice.
and then a 3 on the D12. All right. So, as you all begin your travel, you hear Gavin kind of go, "They're not really angry. They're just misunderstood." Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point, Rue. No, it's there. The totals aren't added from the D12 and the D100. These are a table that I have you all roll on to see what the random encounter of the day is. This is how
I haven't checked the weather.
you can do that if you would like, because you are a druid.
I would like to check the weather with my druid craft.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna let you do. Because you're able to check the weather, you can roll that D12 at advantage.
Nice. That's a 5. Not much
It's a
better.
5. The weather is calling for torrential downpour. So matter of fact, it's calling for heavy rainfall. As you guys begin to head through the forest, the forest floor toward your destination. As you get farther into the forest, you are able to you're able to kind of see the like evidence of rot in the trees. This is a clear sign that the centipedes have kind of been through here, because there is kind of a burn to where they have scuttled along these trees in an almost like spiral pattern that leads deeper in. I would like any of you who would like to roll me a perception check, please.
I want to roll.
Okay.
I would also like to.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait.
Viv is very bad
19.
at that.
You can all roll if you'd like.
21.
Oh, we're all perceiving.
Yeah, you are all attempting to perceive.
24.
Dang.
Okay. And Rue got a 21. Okay. So, everyone but Genevieve is able to kind of hear what is attempting to be very subtle fluttering. As I'm going to say Emmy notices it first, as on a small branch just above you in tooth-forged armor is a fairy who has appeared to have followed you into the forest.
Protect your gums, everyone.
Is it the same blue one from earlier?
It is indeed the same blue fairy from earlier. She has followed you. Is Gavin just opening up and going, "Hi"?
No. You're shy. Oh, it's too late.
As Gavin says this, the fairy like ducks into a squirrel hole and then comes running out. As the squirrel is now chasing her. And she will flutter down and kind of like hide behind like in Calethony's beard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gavin, roll an attack roll to see if you can shoot the squirrel.
I can talk to the squirrel.
You can indeed talk to the squirrel if you would like to try and talk to the squirrel before Gavin shoots it.
I think that's already happened.
16. Because squirrels are very small targets, it has a very high AC, and you are not able to hit the squirrel. Comes very close.
Squirrel.
It comes very close. You get just over its little bushy tail, but it like stops and ducks, and then will peek over. It was just a warning shot.
Right. Maybe we don't need to shoot at everything we see. Not in a forest that we're not familiar with.
That thing tried to eat me. She'll
Oh,
push up
yeah,
a tiny
don't
pair of
go into this
glasses. I mean, yeah, fair. See, he gets it. He doesn't want to see me eaten. Thanks, Gavin.
You were fine. You were fine.
I mean, yeah, technically I would have been fine. I could have just stabbed the squirrel, but like, I didn't want to stab him. He's just a squirrel. They're, needed for the ecosystem. It's how trees get planted.
True.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. Squirrels are important. You can stay there if you want, just in the beard if you want. I was assuming that you were coming along with us.
Yeah, you guys seemed interesting, so I wanted to see what you guys were, where you guys were going.
Any objections?
I'm down to have the little fairy friend.
Yeah, fairy's good.
All right then.
I have a very pro-fairy bias.
Yeah, that's
What
fair.
shall we call you by, friend?
Oh, my name is Melina. nice to it's nice to meet you all. Uh, Gavin will say, "I have no objection. Just try to kill someone if you get the chance. Only way to break in armor is the blood of your enemies."
A lovely sentiment.
I mean,
He comes off a little bit rough around the edges, but he means well.
he seems like it. He seems like he knows what he's doing, being that he's wearing the most armor out of all of you. So I trust his opinion.
Probably does know his way around a set of armor better than I do, but I know the forest. We've all got our specialties.
That's a good way of looking at it. That's a fantastic way of looking at it. So where are y'all off to? My sister didn't tell me where she kind of banished you folks to.
Oh, right. We're off to the spooky ruins to kill centipedes. Right,
Oh, you guys are getting
Start
rid of the
doing
you
nonsense.
guys are getting rid of the fucking pests. I'll definitely be able to help with that. And she'll like wave her fingers, and a tiny little bonfire will be created.
Oh, maybe not in the forest. Not right now.
Oh, right. And she'll wave her hands, and the bonfire will disappear. Gavin will say, "My armor is a testament to the fact that I have not yet died, and there's plenty of times my armor has prevented that." You know, that is another great way of thinking about that. You guys seem like you got your heads on your shoulders, correct? You know, my folk are my folk are a little stingy with our ways. We don't really share often, and she'll flutter over to Genevieve and present some poisonous mushroom spores.
Ooh.
I heard
Who's in the jar?
I heard that you were trying to get some of these, so I may have stolen them from my sister's house.
Why, thank you.
You can make 3 more uses of potent poison with these.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm sure by some standards we are a kooky bunch, but we are perfect for this sort of thing.
Maybe by some standards, but you guys, I like you guys. I think it'd be a good idea for me to get out with you guys and maybe see the world.
That's a wonderful plan and ambition.
She'll just kind of look forward and go, "All right, it's that way," and she'll point exactly the way you were going.
Right, it is. Onward we go.
Gavin will kind of casually ask, "Is it because you're small that the homes you all have don't poison you, or what's the situation?" Well, technically, we Fae are all poison resistant. We aren't. You can't poison us because of the magic in our blood. But that's a good question. A lot of people don't really understand how it works. That's also why we live in the poisonous mushrooms, because if a larger predator comes by and like tries to eat the mushroom, they die, and then we have food for like months. But yeah, as you all kind of head forward, you begin to hear the thudding of rainfall on the tops of the canopy of the trees above you, and you hear each of you hear like a groan, as if the trees are groaning, or creaking almost, as if something that hasn't been moved in a long time begins to shift and adjust and move around. And as you all kind of get through this like passage, you're walking for a good 5-10 minutes, you come upon an old moss covered ruin. the moss beginning to grow these like black, almost slimy mushrooms on the outside of it, and you see slime trails kind of leading into the ruin itself and into these very not like elvenly elegant built buildings, but there's definitely an ancience to them. These are buildings from the First Age that were built by men.
I recognize the mushrooms.
Okay. Do you recognize the mushrooms?
I don't. Yeah, do I? Do I?
Roll me a nature check.
Question.
I can find it. There it is.
Yes, yes, Genevieve.
What variety of mushroom did Genevieve live in?
The red one.
Genevieve specifically lived in a what is known as the fuck. I had it written down.
Oh, also, I rolled an 8.
You have no idea what these what kind of mushrooms these are. You would know that they are definitely not something you should eat. Genevieve lived in an enormous puffball mushroom.
Ah, dope.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Gavin will kind of nudge Genevieve and go, "You need these mushrooms, Jen? You need another jar? Do you have another jar?"
I of course have another jar. I have many.
I'd recommend not touching. Not touching.
Yeah. I mean, I can touch it from far away. What is this kind of mushroom? Do I already know?
Roll. You can roll nature.
Sure.
Mage hand.
Yeah, mage hand. That's the ultimate poke it from far away.
This is true.
Natural 20, total 23.
Okay, you would know that these are known as rot shrooms. They are left by the remnants of decaying fungus. When something like acid hits what would be a perfectly edible mushroom, these begin to spore out of that, and they, when consumed by animals, create zombified animals.
Yo, of course I'm keeping some of that.
You share this information with the not class party.
Don't eat these. If you do, it'll become very bad. That's how much I tell you.
Can you elaborate on very bad?
Is it like the you die and then come back kind of zombie, or is it just like brainless a little?
It is the you die and then you come back as a zombie.
It'll kill you and then bring you back. That's how bad.
Oh, that kind of bad.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should burn them too once we're done with the sentence.
Well, that would be very wasteful. Of course I'm keeping them.
Sure, take some if you must, but afterwards, it's not very good for the environment to leave something so toxic
yes.
and obviously not normally growing here. Growing here.
Absolutely correct.
So what you're saying is take all of them.
Yes. Take all that remains.
No. Well.
Take
Sure.
everything that we're not getting rid of. How do we get rid of mushrooms without? Are we supposed to catch it on fire? I don't think that's a good idea.
With a natural 20, you would know that if you burn these mushrooms, the effect that they have from being eaten can also be affected by breathing in the spores from the fumes of the fire. So probably a bad idea.
I'll start
Okay,
shoveling
well,
these into my bag.
Judging that Calethony has dealt with magic mushrooms before, which I'm assuming also have that effect when burned, would she know of a safe method of mushroom disposal?
Freezing them.
Excellent.
freezing and then shattering is the easiest way to get rid of the mushroom and the mushroom colony underneath. Or acid.
See,
That's another
Elena,
option. Yeah. How can I? What can I do?
Do you happen to know that ice spell that was outside of your colony?
Not.
Village?
I don't know how to cast a glyph of warding, but what I can do is she'll like hold her hands out and go, what am I freezing?
Oh, maybe not yet. I think we might have to circle back to them. But freezing the mushrooms is probably a safer method of disposal than burning them, as I previously suggested. Because I've remembered that spores can be dispersed by burning. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You absolutely can. It's a horrible idea to burn these.
Morning brain. Blame it on that.
That's a good reason. So here you collect them, and then I'll freeze them up, and then we can break them. If
But are
Genevieve,
these the ruins where we've been going?
this is in fact right around where you would imagine the map was leading you. You don't have like a magic little waypoint, but you've been walking for a hot minute, so you'd imagine that this is the ruin they were talking about. Especially being that like the centipede trails that you've been tracking led here.
Okay, Calliope might pipe up. Perhaps, since we're likely in the correct location, we should take care of the centipedes first, rather than potentially alerting them to our location by doing magic and such.
I mean, we can collect them without having to freeze them, right?
Yes, you can.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
How many jars do I need to have for this?
Are you trying to collect them all?
How many are there?
There is a large cluster of about 7 or 8 clusters of them, which hold 12 mushrooms apiece. Yeah, it'd be a little bit bigger than a bread box. This is like could fill a crate. There's a lot of mushrooms.
So my backpack is about to be extra full.
Yes.
No, you should really use a more secure container than just a backpack.
Unfortunately, I don't have a bag of holding.
It would be wonderful if you did.
Don't take that many.
Well, what are we gonna do with this? Then just leave them here while we look for the centipedes.
So as you two are discussing
Tell
this,
you to check the chat.
as you two are discussing this, you see Gavin and Ellie, aided by Rebecca, because Rebecca's totally getting in on this, tying Ellie to the spear.
You know, I kind of like Ellie.
Why are y'all doing
Wait.
Or yeah, Emmy. Sorry, but yeah. Yeah.
I
What?
would suggest not. We're gonna check
Yeah.
the traps by tying someone up. It's an old ruin. It's probably fallen apart, and it's full of centipedes. What more traps do you need to know about?
You can hover me over the traps, and then I can see if they are real.
Like, so do you recognize that this is a bad idea?
Oh my
We'll have
goodness.
to
This...
start there.
I can climb
Should
on
I
the
start
walls
there?
if the floor is lava.
Is this not a good idea?
There's no lava. No, it's not a good idea. No, not really.
The floor is lava was one of my favorite games.
It is a fun game, but it's not really relevant to the situation right now, unfortunately.
I thought that's why they
Alright,
were.
you know what?
tying up
Another time.
Another time, aye. Perhaps this evening you could give it a try once we're done with the fighting and the murdering and the burning and mushroom collecting and going back to the fairies and... oh, that's a long to-do list. Maybe we could
We'll
leave it for
perfect the
tomorrow.
strategy.
Or some other day. Or never.
This'll pay off in for the finale.
We're just tying Emmy up on her off time.
I guess.
I don't know how this happened.
Emmy is just literally tied to the spear. All right, I've got her secure, Gavin. We're good to go.
Quick, run.
So, for now, we untie, sit everyone down so we can get back on our feet, and then we walk inside. Does that work? Good plan.
Holding.
No.
Gavin, what
Oh,
are you
please,
doing?
no.
Perfect.
Just lifts Emmy up.
I like where this is going.
Oh Lord. Okay, that I will actually, Emmy. So since you are tied to a pole and being lifted above the party and above the wall of the ruin, I will give you a perception check at advantage from 16 feet in the air.
It's a long
With this-
fucking spear.
Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, you said advantage? I got
Yeah.
distracted for a second.
Yep, it is in fact at advantage. With this goofy shit right here. I love this so much.
Because one of them was a nat 1. Let me see. What did I... It's like a 17.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Before
no, 20, apparently.
20. Okay, before I give you the results, Rue, I want you to add a point of inspiration to your character sheet because that was amazing. I I love the idea of just tying the halfling up and lifting them like a periscope above the wall.
I am the radar.
I love this so much. Okay.
Periscope halfling.
Yep. All right. So, Emmy, you as you're lifted above the wall, see in the center of the courtyard of this ruin, the centipedes seem to be kind of surrounding something, a statue of some kind that is it appears to be a large armored man holding a long sword that is pointed down. A long black draping robe lands just at his feet, and he wears a hood that kind of disguises his face. But he definitely looks like a statue. He's not moving, and the centipedes are all kind of sleeping around him, and he's standing in like the dead center of the ruin. He looks like he's probably been there a while, as well as there are there's like moss growing on the cloak and whatnot.
Bunch of centipedes clustered around a big guy.
Alright, how about we get Amy down? Right, down. Excellent. Good job, everyone. And now we can all walk in carefully.
I think the big guy was a statue, though.
Well, we should still be cautious. Better safe than sorry. Or dead.
All right, so let's make a beeline straight to the center then, right?
Stealthily. Quietly. No talking.
Gavin
No
and
tying people up.
Gavin and
No explosives, no.
Oh god. Do you have anything flammable and or explosive, Genevieve?
I have explosive. I don't know about flammable. Possibly depends on how flammable the gas of the mushrooms is.
Very, very flammable.
Yes.
How about we use that as a backup plan, a plan B? And we first try to be quiet. Quiet.
I love.
Do you like the bug bomb strat, though?
How does the explosion work? I love this party of chaos gremlins, and then the the mom friend.
I have
Leave this on
a 19 in wisdom. I know when things are bad ideas.
Okay. So I would like all of you, if you are sneaking in, to roll me a stealth check, please.
Mm.
The way in is a large uh, uh, wooden gate that is barred with a single wooden beam that is barred from this
I'd like
side.
to use. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'd like to use pass out a trace
And what does that
from
do?
my staff. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Okay, so all of you have a plus 10 to whatever you roll.
Ooh, then I've got a 30.
I have a
Nice.
29.
That's a 15.
Okay.
This is the
And
quietest clanking of metal.
15s, yeah. Okay, so all of you are able to very quietly kind of enter the room. The centipedes not really seeming to notice you as they lay what appears to be sleeping on the floor of the courtyard of this ruin, just behind the statue of the man in the center of the ruin. Is a large staircase that leads underground. Um, it is currently covered in a silk-like web. It is definitely not spider made, as it is not like a pattern that a spider would make. It's just a solid back and forth weaving, so likely made by the centipedes.
Do centipedes make webs?
They can. There are some species of centipede that can make web. Also, the larvae of moths can make web.
Yes.
This is
it
where we
fun.
throw fire.
I don't have any fire. I just have the bombs.
It's not fire time. It's stab time.
What about fire and then stab?
You know what? Sure. Fire and then stab, but on the things we're stabbing.
So, are you guys throwing bombs? Is that
Where's our fairy buddy right now?
your fairy buddy is currently still in Calethony's beard.
Excellent.
She's
Okay.
just chilling. You see Rebecca light an arrow on fire with her tinderbox and go, "I'm ready when you guys are."
Genevieve will get her bomb.
On 3.
I'm gonna I guess, is there anywhere I can hide around the corner, sort of?
Roll me another stealth check, and absolutely. Is Gavin screaming "fire in the hole" as the bomb is thrown?
Oh no.
I sure hope so, because I rolled an 8.
Whispering "fire in the hole" very aggressively. All right.
Damn it!
Very angrily. Yes. Fire in the hole. Go ahead and roll. What do your bombs do, Genevieve? Please give me a description of your bomb.
The mushroom bomb?
Uh-huh.
It's basically just a jar full of those
Oh,
explosive spores.
the spores? Okay. So as you
Picturing,
throw
a
that,
Molotov-esque thing with a
Yeah.
flaming cloth tied to the neck.
I'd
well,
like to imagine that she stuck it to the end of an arrow.
yeah, the arrow that Genevieve fires off is then followed up by a flaming arrow from Rebecca, and as they collide, it explodes. Roll me 13d6 fire damage.
Oh my goodness.
13?
Let me grab the dice pod spam. said 13d6?
Yep, 13d6.
50. 50 on the money.
Very... Oh no.
Hold on, let me get a
Very
picture.
glad I have tidal wave.
Yeah, no, absolutely, especially being that the like area around you is now engulfed in flame. As it is in fact engulfed in flame, you notice as the flames begin to calm and subside, you see the statue still standing there, except instead of the sword pointing down, the sword is now facing up as it shifts its attention to your party and lets out a harrowing screech. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh shit.
I'm sure that's good news. Did it also get hit by the bomb?
It did. It did, in fact, get hit by the bomb.
Is that all we get to do in our surprise round?
If you did not act during the surprise round, I will give you one action.
I was gonna cast Moonbeam, because that's a cool spell.
You want to cast Moonbeam on the Ring Wraith. All right, go ahead and...
That's fairy type damage.
Is that a bad idea?
No, you can certainly cast Moonbeam on the Ring Wraith.
Is this a bad idea all of a sudden?
I am not going to tell you if it is a good idea or a bad idea. Just, it's an idea, and I will allow you to do it.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me read the description of Moonbeam.
Was I able to sneak around the corner?
What was your stealth roll?
It was an 8.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at 4th level.
Okay. Let me know what Moonbeam does.
A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time, or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. And it takes an extra 1d10 for each slot above 2nd level, so 4d10.
Okay. What's the spell DC?
Radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Sorry, there's a little bit more.
Okay.
Shape Changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it is also instantly reverted to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. On each of my turns after I cast the spell, I can use an action to move the beam.
Okay.
Alright. And the DC is 15.
That's a 12, so it fails. And you see... Hold on, let me get a new picture. I gotta find a picture of what it looks like without its ghostly veil. Where did it go? There was one with a weapon in its hand. Doo-doo-doo. You see standing before you the image of a what was the monstrous form before you is now a tall, pale man with decaying skin and armor of an ancient realm, the realm of Numenor. But he was one of the Dark Numenorians, a faction who wanted to supplant the Valar themselves, which were the gods of Middle-earth, and was cast down. This is one of the 9, the Ringwraiths, the Nazgul.
Oh, we're fighting
Well.
a Nazgul that was pretending to be a statue, or
Yep, you are fighting a Nazgul.
It was how cringe of him, honestly. Pretending to be a statue.
Gavin asks, "Can I poke him with the spear?" Yes, actually, you can. You can attack him if you would like to close the distance and attack. All of the centipedes are dead. It's literally just him left.
Basically 30 damage.
He said. You said 30 damage, so he takes 60 damage because he's vulnerable to radiant damage.
Oh.
See if y'all can kill this guy before I can even allow him to move.
yes.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll, please. Gavin. As you had thrusted him with your spear.
Yeah, dead, sir.
Yes, a 24 is going to hit. Just gonna start the combat music now.
Yeah. Gonna kick some
okay.
ass.
So you rolled your second attack, and that's a 12. So he shifts out of the way of your second attack, but you do hit him with the 7 damage. He's already kind of looking pretty fucking rough. As you guys begin to fuck him up just immediately.
I was gonna cast a spell just at centipedes, but then they all died.
Yeah, that bomb pretty much took care of
Cast it
all of
anyway.
those. Okay. So, Emmy, I will allow you one move. I will allow you one action because your stealth check you weren't able to stealth. What would you like to do before I have you all roll initiative?
I would like to. Is there any way I can like move behind him?
You can get up right behind him. Yeah, he's only about 30 feet from you.
Okay. Yeah. I figure I might as well like flank him if Gavin's already getting in close.
Yeah, and if you're flanking, you can do sneak attack damage with one of your melee attacks.
Oh, cool. Wait, can I attack also?
Yep.
Or is that okay? Cool. Let's see. Since he's a wraith, I'm just gonna use the one dagger. Okay, I rolled a 20.
That's gonna hit.
Nice.
Like a natural 20, or is that a dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
I was an
Okay.
11 plus 9.
Okay.
Which is still.
Yeah, a 20 is gonna hit. Yeah.
And you said that and sneak attack?
Yep.
$22 damage.
Okay. So Emmy, I want you to please describe for me, as all of your other friends, as all of your friends hit with with these weapons and spells and things. How do you finish this Nazgul off?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you got the killing blow.
You've got a spotlight and everything.
Alright, yeah. So I guess I just kind of trotted up, planted the blade in his back and sort of, I guess, like, braced against him with my foot as I pulled it out. And kinda,
Wonderful.
like, nudged him over onto the ground.
As you like kick him over, you see him fall forward and disappear into black smoke as he flies into the air and exits the area. As you have all killed a Nazgul or incapacitated it to a point where it had to flee, as the Nazgul can never truly die until the One Ring is destroyed. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
That was so badass.
Oh my god! That is good
So
when he dissolves and flies away, right?
Yep. Okay. So, that we've been going for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we're gonna cut session here. What did you guys think of today's session?
Absolutely love.
I had a wonderful time.
Wonderful. I
For stealing your kill, Rue.
Rue says despite not being able to talk, they really enjoyed it. Also, you're fine.
We rolled so insanely well today.
Yeah, y'all really did. Y'all could have been. It could have went way worse.
Yeah.
Like I had so many things
I'm kinda
planned.
worried
That,
for next session.
yeah, yeah. Next session, you're actually going into the dungeon to retrieve your original mission, which is a corrupted Silmaril, which will be the thing that will allow you to destroy the sword that Gavin carries. So, in the meantime, would any of you like to plug anything coming up or anything like that you might be doing? For streams and whatnot?
Well, Belle, you and I are both in performance check. That's fun.
Yeah, I was actually going to plug that. This upcoming Wednesday, I do believe, is the next session, and hopefully,
Is it this Wednesday?
I think it's this Wednesday, and also hopefully at some point this week, the VODs will be uploaded of sessions 3 and 4.
Yay.
Huffy, would you like to plug anything for your channel?
Oh, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Would you mind giving a shout out for our wonderful players, please?
All right. What are all of your usernames?
My Wi-Fi is too shitty for me to stream yet. The one day.
Mine is just the Madeline surname.
Let me know if I got that right. Is there an underscore?
Oh
Probably
no.
not.
Last playing World of Warcraft.
Is that you?
Yep. That's Maddie.
All right. Cool.
Rue would like to plug that they are going to be on Ivers's stream tomorrow. And then I'm going to go ahead and shout out.
What is your username?
Links.
Photonics.
Again, I don't have that fully set up yet because I don't have the Wi-Fi to stream yet, so I haven't bothered setting it up.
Oh,
yet.
I don't stream either. That's okay.
I just like
Oh, wait, are you just talking about?
I just like to be
Social
able
media?
to well yeah, you can plug social medias, you can plug anything. When I give this little spotlight to you guys, it's more of a, you can plug anything, like if you have commissions open or things of that nature for like your awesome amazing art. Both Maddie and Lynx, you are both fantastic artists,
I
as
do,
is
in
Miss
fact,
Huffy.
have
Wait.
commissions open.
My commissions are still far too full. I need to work on that.
Yep.
I have 2 slots, I think, right now.
You should commission them. Their art's really good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then we're going to go and find someone to raid. Who is on? Do we know anyone that is streaming at the moment? Let us see.
Paladin Vert is on. QB Complex is on. Code Channel is on. Pepperana.
I'm gonna go ahead and raid Code, I do believe. I think that's who we're raiding. We're gonna raid Code. Because I like Code. They are all lowercase. All right. And you folks have a wonderful evening. Thank you everyone for playing. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are fucking wonderful for just kind of chilling with me and hanging out and playing some Dungeons and Dragons. And I will see you guys in the next session. All right.
Thank you for DMing.
Well, yeah, it's my fucking pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome.
All right.
That was fun.
Bye, chat.